Hi, Earth people. I'm Chinghiz together with you. Today, November 11th, 2023. Again, yes, now I remain in Baku, this local time, November 11th, but in Western Hemisphere, they are November 10th. And prime time in America, I think so. And yesterday was Chinghiz life. Today again. Why? Because genocide happening before our eyes, literally. I'm repeatedly saying that Israel committing genocide, launched genocidal attack. Their last figures, more than 10,000 killed, more than 4,000 among them children, last official figure. 4,400 approximately. This is yesterday's info, official. And counting and coming. Who backed it? Israel, which before world eyes committing genocide. Who backing Israel authority? Mainly United States of America. And genocide is genocide. And also Israel genocide backed by United States ally. The ally, there's no question. Genocide, we will deny that, we'll back Israel. Oh, one team, hurrah, right? Firmly, unwavering ally and acting. Backing Israel, who committing genocide before your eyes, birds, people. The United States policy, world leader, fighters for democracy, human rights worldwide, I think this grave mistake by United States political establishment, they are not about Democrats because they are Democrat president. This is about Republicans. Even Republican position, much more evil, satanic. Democrat position too, satanic, evil position of Joe Biden administration and Democrats of Congress. But Republicans much more of that. Their leader who running for big candidate and run for president, DeSantis, look what in last day meeting of runners, what he said. Look, hey Netanyahu, do that fool. The genocide, do fool. No stop, not respect international law norms. No, do full. No do mistake, Netanyahu, do more, do full. End them. This is DeSantis. And Republicans in Congress. I yesterday show you American people who sympathizer of Democrats and sympathizer of Republicans. And they elected by them, these American voters, the party, the congressmen and senators. There was about House representatives. Democrats, 80% voters. Stop. Call it for ceasefire now and stop genocide. Only 8% of Democrats in House backed that. 80% and 8. In Republican, 56% Republicans voters called for ceasefire now, stop this genocide. 0% in House of Republicans. American political establishment mask finally dropped it. Satanic evil. I say that they are genocide. They are genocide. We shall said that repeatedly. They are genocide because they are genocide. All definition of genocide there. Factually, international law norms, Geneva Conventions, all there. Rome Statute there. International Criminal Court there. Israel launched and committing genocide against Palestinians, intentionally targeting Palestinian people, including children. They killed 1,000 children and counting. Who Israel? Israel apartheid state. Already years we know that. By international law norm, confirmed, verified, Israel is apartheid state. And also, we know they are currently fascist government, authority, fascist authority. No government only. Netanyahu and government and head of state, Herzog, and others. Fascist, definition of fascism. Racism, fascism, supremacism, Jewish supremacist. Means fascist. Huh? White supremacist who? Fascist. Ultra-nationalist means. What means supremacism? Ultra-nationalism. They better than other nations around the world. They choose it by God. They in high level, but others low. Supremacism this. And this fascism. Israel today's authority, fascist authority. Before your eyes, committing genocide. I will show you. Yesterday I not able to do that. Now I will show. Dr. Anastasia Maria Lupis. This is terrorism, of course. When I say about committing genocide, what this means? This means terror action. In practice, they using terror method means terrorism and committing genocide, intention killing more and more people and even decided kill more. And of course, it's terrorism. And her reply to this video. Here, several different cities in Gaza Strip. The name of streets. Label it. Label place. American senators called Netanyahu. And he did and doing. Of course, this terrorism. We people, urge people, countries around the world we shall do that. We shall name it Israel. Terrorist state. Finally, we call Russia terrorist state. We call Russia crimes in Ukraine genocide. Of course, yes, because this true. It's not politically motivated decision called Putler, who commit crime against humanity. Therefore, he indicted, her indicted, and she indicted, and their arrest warrant. And Russia, of course, terrorist state, backed terrorism, financing terrorism, and itself acting by terror, using terror method, means acting as terrorist. How we can call Russia this, but country which doing even more, we not will call them terrorists. Why? Why, as people, why you, during the decade of years, because Israel committed terrorism, not now, the decades continue. Finally, we shall call Israel terrorist state. We shall use our measures against Israel, cut diplomatic ties, and boycott Israel goods. Not afraid if there will some pressure from United States evil satanic authority, means both political establishment. No afraid. We have Aikido together with power. Use this chance together with me. Act, we shall stop them. or prepare for die because they big war plan. It's not conspiracy happening before your eyes. And they plan kill billions happening before your eyes. Same persons will kill you too. Same forum as Israel doing against Palestinians and Putin doing against Ukrainians. Same persons. Putin part of this big war plan. Netanyahu part of this big war plan. And both before your eyes committing genocide. In world scale, when they will able, if we not will prevent, we can, we shall, we should, and this real and not difficult, prevent big war. How I saying you, no listen to them, not be fooled, enough is enough. They will mislead you, will lie to you, and anyway will launch the big war. Using the media, the political technology, no. But together with me, we will prevent the big war and do that not difficult. If no, look, same form they will kill you. Same form, global genocide. No doubt, there's no doubt, same persons. Why are you thinking the same person will act differently? Not when they will able launch big war. And they, as you're seeing, already undeniably very trying to do that because they decided to do that. I repeatedly talking about that. They aim take White House back. There should be someone who will not fully belong to them, to Rothschild and Co. who rule the world. And after that, a key point, leave NATO, means NATO after that will fall apart, and this green light for to big war. And Putler, until that, should remain in power, means Putler should remain in Ukraine. Why? Because without Putler, they not to able launch big war. Same about Netanyahu, fascist authority of Israel. These key points, their goal, and why genocide happening in against Palestinian people, why they refusing investigate, even officials stop it. Hey, after war we will investigate, maybe yes, maybe no. When Netanyahu authority knew before October 7, Hamas will attack Israel. This key point, key. Main this. Israel authority knew and welcomed this attack from Hamas. That's true. We have fact check. To the investigation will confirm and verify that, but who will investigate? Israel authority choose not will investigate. They call it not now, but no doubt. They never will truly investigate. As they never truly investigated 9/11. Same person behind, same. Rothschild and Co. Now, for, map, roadmap. No long, short to big war for that reason. And how many lies Israel officials lying to you, misleading you, using technology, not primitively doing this lie, using technology, by using technology. Even for fuel, there is, and after this revelation of these lies, they means fueled how Hamas, what Hamas did in October 7. This of course was terror attack, but this not happening in vacuum. Again, Israel for years acting terrorists, using terrorist method for years, decade of years, late 70s, early 80s, too, and repeatedly. Is Hamas attack not was happening in vacuum? This not means Hamas do right thing, because years and years Israel killing civilians, Palestinians means killing children, women, young women. I know that very good. In Chinghiz Lab, I even show you these videos, photos. How many times I did that? There was Hamas. There was attack against Israel. No. Why Israel did that? Their decision. Big Israel. Today's Israel authority decision. Big Israel. And Palestinians should be removed from their land. They saying that. This fascist Israel authority saying that Palestinians should be removed from their land, because this land, their position. When we know this lie, we will think as Hitler millenniums ago, there was some our country. For example, Azerbaijan also have. Azerbaijan millenniums ago, two, three, yeah. Oh, Azerbaijan, yes, that's true, historical fact. Historical fact. We also have. And what? And many other nations in their history was in some period of time on the millenniums of this history. Sometimes was their country big land, but evolution naturally, normally, not normally actually, your evolution based on evil, of course, starting from start. Because satanic. Therefore, universe sending you means God sending you Messias and show you way. Not the mistake, walk this way. For that reason. But returning, Hitler was same position. German was big, should be. German nations, supremacists. God chose Germans. Face, Kohl, Ziegfeld. Others attack. Kill them. Exterminate them. Jewish, also a problem. Kill them. And now same. Plus means same doing. This official policy of Israel. Terrorism, genocide, ethnic cleansing, and how Israel can do that. Small country there, how Israel can spit on world international law norms or entire world countries. Hey, shut up, we will do that. How? On what their position based? United States of America. Satanic, evil, political establishment. Why United States political establishment satanic, evil? Why? They are good men. There was good presidents. Huh? Who was so good, they even assassinated by Rothschild and Co. Fact check. And 9/11 too. And this political establishment fully belonged to Rothschild and Co., who own this system which ruled the world, and acting same forum. There are no way United States today's current political establishment will act differently, no matter which one. And shame on the mainstream media. Shame on them. Oh, Democrats, oh, Republicans, oh. When difference between them so little, so small, as same. Satanic evil. Billions immediately spent into military weapons were coming to help talking about own people, Americans, voters, too. For something good for them, no, so much money, they have nothing, money. Means small man, no, we can't do that, how, this socialism, no, died. We're helping, we're trying. But if we will truly help, this will socialism. No satanic, evil, about own people. The United States of America. And all coming to crisis, decade of years, coming already linked to point when before our eyes happening genocide and openly backed by United States of America and ally. Genocide committing Israel. This first time. After Big War second, of course. Same people, same persons. No wait from them other action. The shameful Joe Biden, he understand which mistake he doing. If no, what he doing there in White House? How he, sharply rejected even these words when asked by journalists. What about perspective of ceasefire? No, nothing, no possible. Why? Joe, who you after that? If your true position, Joe Biden, you back in genocide? If so, no mislead people, no lie. Say this, Joe. We're back in genocide and should be happen and it's not possible stop the genocide. Say that. Not. You not will. Blinken not will. Which I know in your administration leading this way. But instead of that, you blah blah about humanitarian aid made 4 hours now. Pause, mouse. What this? For mislead people, of course. World people, earth people. We trying to do something, but Joe Biden, what here? The Palestinians, civilians, 100,000 pedestrians living north to south. In Nakba in 1948 was same. There also was pause. Hey, leave, we will some period of time wait. And after that, continue now by using we in 21st century. This condom in Senate and House of United States, they condone the Lindsey Graham who look at his face, are spitting on her face. Condom is condom. Göt veren bile. This is Nazeri. So in World War II, during World War II, and there, when we liberated Germany from fascist Nazi authority, there also civilians all died. And these civilians, same civilians who backed this Nazi, Hitler, higher Hitler. Therefore, they deserve condone Lindsey Graham, Mike Johnson, and others. DeSantis, and Blinken, and Jake Sullivan, same. Palestine under occupation. How are they misleading you as people and American voters? 180 degrees contrary of reality. Even they try use World War II time, wartime situation. How they misleading and lying you? German was under occupation or what? What they saying? Try put there. Palestine under occupation, decade of years. Palestine under massacre, decade of years. How they can deny this reality, this fact check, confirm it, verified fact check? How they can say to white black, to black white? But without any problem, all them, what I named, call their name, all them saying same. Means that. Means that. Try deny this history. And addition, Palestinian under occupation, under blockade, under siege, and this attack of Hamas, again, because decade of years policy of fascist Israel authority, terrorist Israel authority against Palestinian civilians. And Hamas attack, not what's happening in vacuum. And again, I'm saying that Netanyahu government knew before October 7, Hamas will attack Israel and did nothing for prevent that. In this reality, they try to take from context the terror attack of Hamas against Israel civilians and saying level land, kill of them. They all Amalek. Holy book written there in holy book. We all have faith. We have faith to, they saying, they all have faith to God. Huh? Which God saying kill all? Sodom Gomorrah, we know God himself destroyed them because satanic authority and same lifestyle. God can. He decided to do that for his reason. It can widen and necessary. And there was no way. God, they deny God. Messiah, they deny God. Sodom Gomorrah. They got Satan. And this come to Sodom Gomorrah, okay? Animals, human animals. But today's Israel authority. Again, using these words because I repeatedly saying that and will say, shame on you, Israel authority, Netanyahu, Gallant, and others. You're using these words, human animals, against entire Palestinian people, including shameful Herzog. I spit on your face, all. You terrorists, you fascists, and you're committing genocide. And you will be punished. You will jail it for your these crimes. I promise that this will happen. I say. They have faith to God. Holy books written. There was Amalek, Mamalek, and all children, all kill, all exterminate full. Even land where there was, this land also take from there, and good land there, implement, cultivate, okay? Officials say, Israel head of government said that. After that, launch ground operation, means launch this genocide. United States of America, you did very big mistake. This can destroy you. This big mistake can destroy you, can destroy your national security system, finally. And of course, this big mistake absolutely and completely against your national interest, United States of America. International law and norm on which based all today norm, you call it stability, you call it that stability after World War II. International law norm written back in for all nations, including United States and other parts of the world. It's about Geneva Conventions signed by all countries. This about Rome Statute, who signed that also in the absolute majority of countries, based on which functioning international criminal court. This norm, world norm this. Without that, there are chaos, there are wars in non-stop form. Because there are some stability after World War II, no was big war. Because international law and norms, because Geneva Conventions, because Rome Statute, because International Criminal Court. And this international law and norm, what's saying? I yesterday said that, listen. But after that we return. US lawmakers visiting The Hague International Criminal Court headquarters there in City Hague in Netherlands say Putin is committing genocide in Ukraine. The United States saying, officials, the International Criminal Court, Putin committing genocide in Ukraine. And Biden decision also we know decide his administration should fully cooperate with International Criminal Court on Putin genocide, war crimes in Ukraine on this case. And Biden himself called this attack of Putin against Ukraine genocide. But their figures, the genocide is is about my position. I previously said repeatedly the genocide. After that, Biden, in some later, used these words too. This is what happened in online. Somebody try here another forum. Said, look, in Ukraine, Putin commit genocide and is recognized by United States and ally. It's official. Israel has now killed more civilians in Gaza in 30 days than Russia has in its entire war in Ukraine, which began over 600 days ago. now already more than. Israel killed Palestinians more than Putin killed civilians in Ukraine. In 1 month, little bit more days. But there's no genocide. Huh? We're talking about civilians who were massively killing by Israel authority. 1,000 children. There's no genocide, huh? Therefore, about international law and norm. Sam Husseini is a journalist, he writer, journalist, particular on Middle East case, specialist, expert specialist. He participated in briefings in United States administration, including mainly, I think, State Department briefings. And he tweeting, Sam Husseini, watch, State Department claims they are not pressuring Abbas, former Palestinian leader. He had headquarters in West Bank. He continued representing himself as leader of anti-Palestinians, but in West Bank, where his authority, look at map. Look at map. Small part of West Bank already on Palestinian. More part already can already do that. And the settlement means IDF means Israel Authority, occupation. And Abbas continue representing himself as a leader of all Palestinians. This one fact is for me unacceptable. And second here, State Department claims they are not pressuring Abbas against invoking the Genocide Convention at the World Court to stop Israeli assault. I put them on notice regarding their own complicity under the convention. Tweeting Sam Husseini. And here is notice. Look, I will read because the importance of that. On Monday, I asked about Israel genocide against the Palestinians at the State Department, including if the United States government is trying to stop Abbas from invoking the Genocide Convention at the International Court of Justice, also known as the World Court, in The Hague. I also asked if State Department personnel may face prosecution. In Hague, also headquarters for International Court of Justice, the International Criminal Court and International Court of Justice. So I also asked if State Department personnel may face prosecution. In response to my question, State Department Representative Vedant Patel claimed that the United States government has not been pressuring the Palestinian Authority to not invoke the Genocide Convention or any other legal mechanism. In fact, international law professor John Googley states, quote, "Of course, the United States has been pressuring Abbas for several years not to go to the International Criminal Court or International Court of Justice for anything, for anything. Hey, Abbas, sit there, now go to court. Israel, no do that, okay? Good. We can cut your financing, your authority means Abbas and Co. We stop back you, we will stop financing you, we will cut financing you, your administration not able functioning. Therefore, sit there and now go to International Criminal Court and International Court of Justice for anything. United States for years, 4 years. 4 years they did that, and now they not will repeatedly do that. They are about no use this genocide convention against Israel authority. No go to world court. Huh? Which reason? No way. Pressure it. Blinken was visit to Abbas and pressure him on this case too. Stop that. I would go to Gaza, we will their ethnic cleansing genocide. After that, remaining of Palestinians, about. This fascist Blinken, Jewish supremacist, means fascist, said United States position after they called that war, no genocide operation, no genocide against Palestinian people, no, this war against terrorism. There's no hypocrisy, this violation of international law and norm. I'm talking about that, and I will continue that. What means Geneva Conventions and international law and norms. But they deny all that and saying after war, the United States decision, Joe Biden, Blinken, Sullivan, backed by Congress, means political establishment, I can say. Maybe not all, even. United States position that Blinken said. After war, no reoccupation of Gaza, no continuation of siege, means blockade, and no such things. No, not real. I asked Blinken and Joe Biden. Israel will refuse. Of course, will refuse. Because truly what's happening, for that reason, fascist Israel, authority of terrorist state of Israel, very good know what truly happened. Their secret agreement behind scene and what they using for public, including Blinken, blah, blah, as United States strong, powerful position. But I say that this blah, blah Israel will say no to America. At plenty of time said and will say. We remember how Netanyahu said no to Obama, to John Kerry, was Secretary of State. No, no, we're not to stop. How you dare, America? You're absent. The Security Council passed a resolution calling us stop settlement in West Bank. How you dare, United States of America? These same persons of Israel. Fact check. Will do again, Israel. Will their occupation, ethnic cleansing, our land, etc. What you will do, United States of America? My question. Say that, Joe Biden. What you will do if Israel will reject your call for no reoccupation of Gaza, no blockade, continuation blockade? What you will do, United States of America and ally, against Israel? What you will do? Answer so obvious. Nothing. Will blah blah, decade of years, you blah blah. Concern, the sovereign state, what we can do. We will try with diplomatic talks. We continue our talks. We are asking repeatedly, decade of years. And they will occur occupation, no doubt. And occupation and immediately annexation. Or have chance for that, Joe Biden shall say, if Israel will reject the United States disposition, they immediately should leave Gaza and also stop their settlement in West Bank, which they sharply increased, particularly after October 7th. Means ethnic cleansing in West Bank. If they will reject this United States decision, there will sanctions, means real measures against Israel authority. Sanctions, freezing all aid, all military aid, all financing aid, sanctions against individuals, Netanyahu, Gallant, Herzog, Merz, and additional measures. Will do? What do you think? There's no hypocrisy. They blatant lie. They lie. They fooling all you, all Earth people. They lying. Same playbook they're using. Israel authority and United States and ally too. Same playbook. Lying technology. For fuel, even authority of Israel lying. 40 beheaded babies. 40 beheaded babies. Who they? And literally they themselves did that. How many, including beheaded babies, among these almost 5,000 children? Huh? Doctors saying, I show you that. Show you that. Show body parts of children. Some seni continue. The record backs up Guigli. The Times of Israel reporting to 2021, Biden officials privately pushed Abbas to shelve International Criminal Court probe against Israel in 2021. And Axios, this news, some news uh, site, okay, Axios, reported in 2022, Abbas rejects United States request to not push for United Nations Court opinion on Israeli occupation. Quoting a State Department spokesperson, we believe it is critical for Israel and the Palestinian Authority to refrain from unilateral, unilateral steps that exacerbate tensions and undercut efforts to advance a negotiated two-state solution. Regardless of United States pressure, the question to Abbas is, why has he not invoked the Genocide Convention? Moreover, in, it is quite possible that other countries are wanting to invoke the Genocide Convention at the International Court of Justice, also known as World Court, but Abbas is holding them back. That is what Franz Boyle has been recommending, as I noted in my questioning below. Such a maneuver, Boyle argues, may be the strongest legal avenue since the International Criminal Court's quote is rigged and has done nothing for the Palestinians. Patel, State Department spokesperson, Patel claimed the State Department has a rigorous process for evaluating whether something constitutes genocide. Böyle charged in an email to me that the internal State Department review on genocide is always political. For example, after I won my first order at the World Court for Bosnia to the Yugoslavians, Patel repeated the United States establishment mantra backing Israel's right to defend itself against this terrorist attack by Hamas. But legal scholar Richard Falk emailed me, Gaza remains from the perspective of international law and the United Nations and occupied Palestinian territory subject to the Fourth Geneva Convention. This means that Israel has occupying power, has a primary obligation to safeguard the safety of the civilian population. It is entitled to take reasonable action. It is entitled to take reasonable lawful means to restore its security in the aftermath of such an attack. As such, it has no international legal right of self-defense. Even if it had a right of self-defense, it would have no legal or moral basis for engaging in a genocidal assault, the character of which has been strongly confirmed by Israel's top leaders, Netanyahu, Gallant, and to a more indirect sense, Herzog. I do not share the view that Hamas can be written off as terrorists while Israel remains a legitimate state. of terrorism, terrorist state. Here, shortly about how this genocide and how Palestinians remain under occupation and their self-defense not revoke by argue self-defense. Not revoke because international law, Geneva Conventions, particular when this operation, as they call it, self-defense, continue by genocide. And genocide is genocide. This international law and norm. Geneva Convention. United States refuse, refuse that. And here other one, also continuation of that, from same person, Sam Husseini. This next day, tweet from next day. Must see, State Department once again refused to recognize Fourth Geneva Convention for occupied Palestine. They intentionally ambiguous response may be an attempt to turn Gaza into a free fire zone. When I pressed it for clarity, they threatened to eject me. Means State Department spokesperson and office try eject Sam Husseini because he called what's happening as it is it? And I will read. He tweeting, see via tab for legal analysis, possible legal strategies and transcript. Here shortly, no too long, but important. State Department may well be trying to abrogate the Fourth Geneva Convention, turning Gaza and the West Bank into a free fire zone. Again, the State Department would not say directly if they recognized the Fourth Geneva Convention as applying to the West Bank and Gaza. The Fourth Geneva Convention is the bedrock of rights for people living under occupation. Again, the Fourth Geneva Convention is the bedrock of rights for people living under occupation. The remarks from the State Department today by Principal Deputy Spokesperson Vedant Patel led law professor Francis Burley to comment. This sounds pretty ominous to me, in that it seems the Bidenites are going along with Israel turning Gaza into a free fire zone. The United States fully backed Israel, who committing before your eyes genocide, undeniably. If the administration is tacitly claiming that the Fourth Geneva Convention does not apply to the West Bank and Gaza, again, if the United States administration is tacitly claiming that the Fourth Geneva Convention does not apply to West Bank and Gaza, then any cause by the administration to abide by international law may be a cruel joke. I repeatedly asked it at the end of my questioning, which law the administration means when they talk about international law, transcript below, and never received a response. Instead, the lack of a clear yes or no led to some confusion. It has been long-standing United States policy, most notably articulated in the 1978 Hansel Memorandum from 1978 to apply the Fourth Geneva Convention to the West Bank and Gaza. Law professor John Quigley notes that in paragraph 4, Hansel refutes Israel's argument that the convention does not apply, and he says it does apply. In paragraph 2, Hansel refutes Israel's argument on the legality of settlement. However, Mike Pompeo, while he was Secretary of State in the Trump administration, said, "We are recognizing that these settlements don't inherently violate international law." This is about this condom Trump. Göt verenler. For them, such thing not exist. Huh? Not exist. What international law norm? What means Geneva Convention? This is about Trump and Pompeo and others. Of course, before our eyes, Trump come to Israel and say, hey, annex. Not immediately all. Half annex. This Trump said about West Bank. About Golan Heights, annex. No problem. This is about international law, no. But same, repeating, Biden administration. Why? Today, Chinghiz live about that. How United States and allied to political establishment fully belong to Rothschild and Co., who rule it well by their system with their oath. For that reason, this is about Dome and political establishment belong to them. They push button. They mean very active using tactic. Rothschild, even Rothschild family from start. Be everywhere and rule. But before your eyes, they're pushing button and they're everywhere. In United States case, in both sides, means political establishment. Republican, Democrats. No way. They will back genocide. And this can destroy America. I say that. No, too late. Joe Biden administration can't stop all that. Continue read. However, Mike Pompeo, while he was Secretary of State in the Trump administration, said, "We are recognizing that these settlements don't inherently violate international law. That is important. We are disavowing the deeply flawed 1978 Hansel memo, and we are..." Okay, they rejected Hansel. They rejected Geneva Convention. Fourth Geneva Convention, which directly about occupied territories and people who they are under occupation. Quigley said that Pompeo's statement relates only to the legality of settlements. Pompeo refers to Reagan on that issue. As far as I can tell, Pompeo did not disavow what the Hansel memo says about the Fourth Geneva Convention. Patel noted that we have had no change in policy as it relates to the Hansel memo. In words, they say we respect. In action, we think. Google interpreted Patel's remarks as saying the State Department is sticking with the Hansel memo. But Google notes that Patel did not follow up and say anything like, of course, Geneva 4 applies. However, Patel added that the Hansel memo is something that Matt Miller, spokesperson of State Department, has spoken to a number of months ago as well. Matt Lee of the Associated Press asked Miller in July, why don't you reinstate the findings of the determination of the Hansel memorandum about the legality or the legitimacy of settlements? Question from Associated Press to Miller in July. This led some to argue that the Biden-Blinken State Department has abrogated the Hansel. Okay, and the video also watch for understand what will happen to you Earth people, not only to Palestinians, to you are fighting for that, for prevent all that. The big war coming. We can prevent.
You just said you're for a durable peace and security
Patel,
and Israel to abide by international law.
Vedan Patel, spokesperson
Does the U.S. recognize the 14th
and this Sam
Saini applying to Gaza and the West Bank?
Sam, I'm not going to get into
this Sam Saini and his question and answer from State Department official.
You just said you're for a durable peace and security and you want Israel to abide by international law. I'm going to pick up where I left off yesterday. Does the U.S. recognize the Fourth Geneva Convention as applying to Gaza and the West Bank?
Sam, I'm not going to get into the specifics of the legal aspects of this. I would have to double check for you. But what I will just say is that we have.
I don't want to take up a lot of time if we're going to just repeat. No. I mean, I'd like to move on if we're if you're just going to repeat. It has been long-standing U.S. policy that the Fourth Geneva Convention does apply. Indeed, if the Fourth Geneva Convention doesn't apply, it's not clear to me what legal constraints there are on Israel. The Hansel memo was issued by Cyrus Vance when he was Secretary of State. That was U.S. policy. That's been U.S. policy. Pompeo seems to have said, we're not going to abide by this. Has this State Department, has the Biden-Blinken State Department effectively abrogated decades of U.S. policy and adopted the Pompeo policy on this question?
I'm not sure what you're referring to, but
okay. The Hansel memo is.
I understand what the Hansel memo is, but
you do. Okay.
Your question.
Does it still apply? Does this State Department still abide by the Hansel memo?
We have had no change in policy as it relates to the Hansel memo, which is something that Matt has spoken to a number of months ago as well. But let me just reiterate, Sam, that this we have from the forefront of this conflict, we have talked about very clearly the need for ensuring that this military operation is conducted in accordance with international law. That's something
which law you won't say that you
abide by that today.
But which law? Which law? The Fourth Geneva Convention or not?
Go ahead, Alex.
Which law? it's a free fire zone if you're not going to abide by the Geneva Convention. Which law? You're creating the legal construct.
Sam, we've taken two. If you're going to interrupt your colleagues, I'm going to ask you to leave.
No, I'm interrupting you.
The rest of the room has questions that they would like to get to.
I'm sure they do, but
I've taken your question every day of this week.
Thank you,
Alex.
Thank you. I just haven't gotten an answer.
Please go ahead, Alex. Sure.
Seni.org. Sam Seni. Seni.org. Okay. They destroying international law norms. They are genocide. They aiding, abetting. They also confirmed crime. This is by international law. Aiding, abetting, helping genocide, happening genocide. For happening genocide is also crime. And United States, an ally, EU, Britain, Germany, who back in that? Oh. But mainly we know United States and mainly Britain. These two countries particular. And there should be accountability, and we can. If we not will do that, if we not will stop them, I know what's coming. We can't stop them. By international law norm, no other action needed. For that, International Criminal Court shall act. And United Nations should firmly act, particularly United Nations General Assembly. We together can. I call General Assembly of United Nations, call this action of Israel against Palestine genocide. Officially, there should be a resolution, because this it is genocide. Genocide attack. Their figures, their dogs, videos, photos. And also, I call General Assembly of United Nations, call Israel terrorist state. Finally, they call it Hamas terrorist. This last attack was terror attack, undeniable. But we should do same against Israel authority. I'm talking about Israel authority. They are Israel terrorist authority. Pass this resolution, United Nations General Assembly. Because Security Council paralyzed. We're seeing United States, Russia, China, for their interests, and the interests which we know, particular, they evil, they go in, evil, satanic. Veto it, stop it all. That. Therefore, General Assembly. No waste time. This is important. United Nations. You shall act. You can't sit and watch how Israel increasingly committing genocide. They are ethnic cleansing. I show you this photo. They are Nakba. Ethnic cleansing. 100,000 people living on streets, pedestrians, because genocide, ethnic cleansing. How many people and children they killed, we also know. This should be stopped. How? Start do that. Call that what Israel doing against Palestinian genocide and pass a resolution, and also call Israel terrorist authority of apartheid state. Israel apartheid state, undeniably. Apartheid state, terrorist authority, committing genocide in Gaza against Palestinian people, civilians. I call United Nations General Assembly and United Nations leadership. Join me to my call and do that. And I also call International Criminal Court and International Court of Justice. Genocide is genocide. Open this case. If Abbas will try block that, we know how we can act for yes, they blah blah. Palestinian people authority, they will take this. If need, Abbas will resign it. Because so obvious, against own country, there's genocide, and Abbas will block that. No way. If we will force him to resign. And new leader will go to World Court. I said that. Our measures, our action. But I call Abbas, reject any pressure from America, and go to International Court of Justice and International Criminal Court without delay. I say. About lie of Israel authority, lies, including rape map. Israelis expose it. Means propaganda. Israeli expose it. This. Importance of this info, how this Israel terrorist authority acting, which technology they're using for mislead you, entire world, Earth people, for disinform you, for mislead you. About human shields, when they themselves used that and previously said that, Israel uses Palestinians as human shields so regularly, what it calls the neighbor procedure. This in quote, the neighbor procedure. That its own Supreme Court, Israel Supreme Court, told it to stop, but the order was ignored. This article is from 2002. B'Tselem, Israel, one of big non-NGO, non-government organization, and have site called B'Tselem. So, own court of Israel say, No use Palestinians as human shields. Israel authorities say, go away, Supreme Court. We will do that. 2002. I reading. B'Tselem, IDF, Israel Defense Force, using NABO procedure, means using Palestinians as human shields, despite court order. In the report published Thursday, human rights group B'Tselem said that the Israel Defense Forces is still using Palestinian citizens as human shields during dangerous operations. When operation for them, for Israelis, means soldiers, officers, can be danger, they're using Palestinian as human shields and doing this dangerous operation. If somebody will protect himself, his home, will try back, using what have against attackers or Palestinians as shield. War crime. 2002, November 14, 2002. And this one, Israeli exposed propaganda. No evidence of rape was reported by Hamas when Hamas attacked Israel villages, kibbutz, entirely, totally killed 1,400. By officials say they raped, made, beheading 40 baby. This lie. They are killing, there was other terror attack. This is undeniable. There's no questioning. But there no was rape. There no was 40 beheaded babies. Again, no evidence of rape was reported. No instances of beheaded babies. Reports suggest Israel caused casualties among its own citizens was fact. Ongoing discovery of additional information. No evidence was found for the October 7 sexual assault claims. No evidence of sexual assault. Israel decided against pursuing the allegations. Questions raised about the military of the information. Israel decided against pursuing the allegations, and questions raised about the reliability of the information. And I continue read. The Times of Israel. Amid war and urgent need to ID bodies, identify bodies. Evidence of Hamas October 7 rapes slips away. Times of Israel. There no way. Not, again I read, amid war and urgent need to ID bodies, evidence of Hamas October 7 rapes slips away. Despite definitive witness testimony, global skepticism persists about the terrorist sexual crimes. TOI investigate how a mass casualty event in a war zone made forensic determination impossible. These Times of Israel author Carrie Lynn. Carrie Lynn. Over months after what Israelis are calling Black Shabbat, the Times of Israel has examined what we do and do not know about Hamas' use of rape among the 1,400 killed and why Israel's sexual assault forensic process is at a seeming standstill. The Times of Israel investigation is centered on evidence collected from the bodies of those slaughtered on October 7. An editorial decision was made not to pursue leads to survivors of sexual abuse, and the Defense Ministry declined to discuss intelligence related to the treatment of Hamas held hostages. And another fact, how Israel authority using this disinfo technologies. Ryan Grimm tweeting. He replying to tweet from Matt Das. Matt Das, I will first read Matt Das tweet. This is pretty standard procedure for the Israelis. Drop a big pile of intel, allies spend time trying to verify, and when they can't just give them more to make them waste more time. The bet is that allies will be too nervous to call bullshit. Usually works. Tweeting Matt does. And Ryan Grimm replying to this tweet. A few years ago, Israel raided a slew of Palestinian human rights organizations, and when the EU challenged them, they sent reams of what they called intelligence to prove their case that actually they were terrorists. The EU took months to go through it all and concluded it was garbage. I remember that. I was into that. I in Chinghiz Live also said that. They are, including BTCLM and others, Israeli NGOs. Israel called them terrorists. And try use against them measures, even use it. Their office raided, even their leaders was detained short time, but later was released. Al-Haq, yeah, I remember, BTCLM, Al-Haq, and there are others, their name. And this was a lie. In Israel say, hey, we have found the terrorists, we have intel. Send this intel to EU. At least 9 states say, hey, what is bullshit? What is intel? Nothing there. And anti-EU reject this Israel plan for attack and close these NGOs. There was EU position in time when was called Israel authority stop this attack against Israeli NGOs. But intel, how Israel using this method, technology. So, Israel terrorist state, Israel apartheid state, and their terrorist authority, which committing genocide, backed by United States of America, by Biden administration, and by Congress, and also by British authority, by German authority and by others, EU members countries. Not all, but by EU authority, backed by EU authority. Ursula von der Leyen, George Michel, in a different position have Barrel, Foreign Affairs Commissioner of EU, but EU leadership part of that, part of this genocide. That's true. Before your eyes, happening online, transparently. Genocide, and genocide is genocide. These crimes of crimes should be. There are 1,000 children killed and continue killed by Israel terrorist authority, backed by United States and allies. What backed United States and allies? Genocide. Country who committing genocide. And so, Earth people, time for wake up finally. This red line, they crossed it. United States and allies crossed the red line. They spit on international law and norm. They aided, helping terrorist authority who committing genocide. This means United States and ally crossed it, red line. So we should act. How? I said, for now. General Assembly should act immediately. This is very crucial. Immediately, without delay. Call Israel terrorist, apartheid state, and authority terrorists which committing genocide in Palestine, in Gaza. About the big plan, big war plan, I said, and they coming to that. Why they crossed the red line? Because Rothschild and Co. pushing button. This by any cost should happen. Big war. For that, Putler in Ukraine. For that reason. No doubt. For that reason, China prepare take Taiwan and attack region countries. For that reason, Israel launched genocide against Palestine when they knew before October 7, Hamas will attack and did nothing for prevent. For that reason. And there before your eyes, there genocide happening. And the same persons who planning to make big war. Same persons. What will happen in big war time if they succeed? Global genocide. No doubt. I'll call you repeatedly for that. Wake up. And climate crisis in next Chinghiz Live, I will talk about that. Climate crisis created by them. Not from start for that reason. But I know exactly, even from start, they say climate crisis will kill people, poor, worldwide. And this is good because overpopulation. It's not only about money. We know 4 or 5 decades ago, Exxon no, Shell no, BP no, others no, how this deadly they business for ordinary people worldwide. And they anyway will continue. Will die good, will harm good, same persons. And what happened when they will succeed launch big war? Huh? Of course, so obviously, they will use climate crisis, impact of the climate crisis, increasing, will more kill you. Climate crisis, and this main should be for you. But part of that, the genocidal action by them, the same, because same persons, put in your mind, same persons who behind climate crisis and fueling increasing, and who behind the genocides. There are at least two genocides in Ukraine and in Palestine. Who doing that? Who behind them? Same persons will do against you, Earth's people. Global genocide. There's a last info. They increased two times their production. Big oil, big fossil fuel, increase their production planning, increase by 2030, two times more emission of carbon dioxide. What this means, I try open your eyes, means wake up. Why they doing that? Then all world scientists, absolutely all, saying this deadly, we shall stop this climate crisis by immediate action. Phase out immediately from fossil fuel, stop all subsidies, stop all licensing, stop all drillings, because climate crisis can kill Earth people. How they reacting? Planning increase two times by 2030. Who they? And why they doing that? I saying you, my mission from universe unity. For that reason, they keep him under control each second and doing all that mess. Terrantosh each second. But I have radar. I continue fight for you, for rescue you. Together with you, it is possible. And try wake up you what will happen. Only for a reason why they planning increase fossil fuel, because they knew big war will occur. They will need fossil fuel even more. And you will die. They not believe in that, they also will die. They believe poorest countries, billions will die, 5 billion. But they not will seriously affected by this big war and by climate crisis impact. After that, they will take control on climate crisis. They believe in that. They will remain of your population, 3.5 billion, will chip it forcibly. You will as robot zombie, means that. Means your brain, your action, your all business, all will under control. Means that. Your wish, when you will phone call, for example, or your email or your means that, but by chip already. Full control. your wish, your plan, your business, where you plan to go, where you're working, what you're thinking, you're talking. You're not will read your brain. It's not this one. It's not yet. And I think this not will happen because we will prevent. But this. You will under full control and they will use you. Do that, do that, do that. And New World Order, New World Rules. They not secretly will continue rule you. They already publicly will rule you. In New World Order, not will place for United States as we know. They at least will 2 or 3 states. Same about many countries. Many countries even not will in New World map, such as Azerbaijan, Armenia, Georgia, Moldova, even possible Ukraine, or worldwide. African countries, not all. South Asian countries, Latin American countries. Many of them not will in new map, in new world map. 3.5 billion Rothschild and Co ruled the world officially. Their goal. And this happening. Who they mean here what? People. Who they? They can do that or not. Have power for that. Have opportunity for that or not. You think yes, have all that they have. And who they? Before your eyes, they committing genocide openly. Same will do against entire Earth people. In big wartime, will they repeatedly use tactical nuke, biological weapon, others mass destruction weapons. 5 billion should die. But we can prevent. No, do that not difficult. Well, start do that. I demand this action. United Nations General Assembly should pass resolution calling Israel apartheid state authority, terrorist authority who launched it and committing genocide in Gaza. Period. Do that. And Abbas should go to World Court by Genocide Convention. Without delay, Mahmoud Abbas, without delay. I say, today these Earth people, I am Chinghiz together with you.